Continuing with our video, talk about ADHD. Now we'll get to the bit where it talks about subtypes. I'm not sure I mentioned in my previous video. I mentioned one bit that it used to be ADD slash ADHD. And as I said in my previous video, ADD came and went within 80s. Not sure I told you something. Who does it? The official standard, who sets the standards, so-called DSM. I think now I somehow got around to the word, and I know it is because I always get confused. Diagnostic and Statistics Manual. I think I lost it again. But anyway, that's a manual released regularly where they set the standards, where they what is and what isn't kind of stuff. Set in America by APA, American Psychiatric Association, of which thousands of psychiatrists are a member of. Now, kind of related, that's the problem here, because when I say kind of related, in a way that's where the official standards are set, which is followed worldwide. But then it's not either. That's the irony. Depends. Asperger's have been outclassed years ago. 2013. I got diagnosed after that, yet it was in my report. So, aka a form of high functioning autism. Now, ironic, somewhere it's also put as high functioning form of autism. That's the way it is. So now when we go to subtypes, that's the thing. Now, it used to be ADD and ADHD, but now it is, they refer to it as ADHD-PI or ADHD-I. Then ADHD-PH or ADHD-HI. Oh my words. And a combined type is ADHD-C. First one, predominantly inattentive. I'm going to get to the detail as well. Predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive-impulsive, and then the combined type. A person with ADHD inattentive type has most of all the following symptoms, excluding situations where these symptoms are better explained by another psychiatric or medical condition. But that's where it connects the overlapping layers when it says except, where excluding situations where these symptoms are better explained by another psychiatric or medical condition. Now, something I hear or would be here, that could be part of something else as well. We'll go through them. Now we're going to be talking about PI as in predominantly inattentive. Now, when I see the signs, I read the signs, that was more ADD. No, sorry. But wait a second, that's the thing. Even they overlap. Be easily distracted. Now I'm going to go through them and I'm going to then reflect upon them. Be easily distracted, miss details, forget things, and frequently switch from one activity to another. Now, I haven't been able to get into details because that's a bit confusing, because I'm not exactly diagnosed with ADHD. It's not that I don't have it, it's like I could or could not have it, but from what I know, I have it. But that's the problem, it's blah 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 reasons. I am diagnosed with high functioning autism. but not exactly ADHD. Alright? And when I be talking about I'm saying it myself, it's not exactly official, but whatever is official. Because people are even getting misdiagnosed. But I'm going to compare the symptoms. Be easily distracted, I do. I can hear things around here and there. I somehow try to get back to where now a car passed by. For a second I lost this one. I'm not sure you can hear it. Yeah, they distract me. I can't be talking to two people at the same time. I can't. If I'm watching telly and say my wife has to say something to me, or I have to say something to her, I have to pause it. I can't. And at times the irony is, if it's happening, she forgets it. I mean, I try to be polite, but it because it makes me react. Because I'm struggling to listen to both, and it makes my system react. I could react aggressively, which is why I try not to. With time, I try to calm myself. Okay, you say what? Not good, but that's the way it is. Easily distracted. Thoughts could be running through my mind. I could be doing this thing. Thoughts could be running through my mind. I'd be talking about one thing. I could get lost in something else because related stuff. When I'm talking about things, I could be talking about this to that, to that, to that, to that, to that, to that, to that. Distracted. Miss details. I don't. But then that's selective. As much as my memory is good with films, I can remember every inch of it, every detail. I struggle with dramas. I can't remember anything about them. Almost. So it's not that I'm missing details. It just works selectively. My memory, the way things are recorded, I'm observing most of things, but there's still things I could miss. Now, this could be part of autism as well as OCD, Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder. Forget things? I don't forget things. I can't forget things. Many autistics are the ones that struggle with medication. They forget them. I didn't ever had that problem. And frequently switch from one activity to another. Yep, I do. I get bored of one thing. I'm doing multiple things. If you go down my page and see if there's a post about I put the screenshots. I'm doing loads of things at the same time. That's just my laptop. Now me off laptop. I made another post about it. I've been doing dishes, laundry. My thing. I don't mind. Not that I don't have a wife. Not that my wife is lazy. La la la. I just do it that way. I mean, I help her with things at times, but mostly I'm doing things myself: laundry, dishes, and energy, cleaning, sweeping. I mean, I'll be doing things on the go. So that's, like I said, things off my laptop. So switching from one activity to another. I get bored of doing one thing for too long, depending on how the job is, what I'm doing and stuff, and that's, like I said in the previous video, depends. Indulging and stuff, depends. If I'm struggling, I'll keep coming back to it bit by bit. Those things I read and research, they're so complicated at times, so confusing, la la la, I have to keep struggling to come back to them. So now here again, there's one more thing, like when I said, it just reminded me of the way I was trying to understand when I discovered about it about 15 years ago. When I discovered about autism, nothing made sense. It takes me back to those days because layers are so overlapping and the research work is so all over the place. Next bit, have difficulty maintaining focus on one task. So that kind of is same as frequently switching from one activity to another. Depends again on the task, how indulging, how involving, how interesting the task is. Become bored with a task only after a few minutes. unless doing something they find enjoyable, as I said. It kind of reminds me of those videos. That's the thing. I want to watch them, those webinars, la la la. But I can't. I struggle with them for multiple reasons. You may be struggling with my videos. At times I struggle with my own videos. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. Oh, thank you very much. Don't worry about it. Having difficulty focusing attention on organizing or completing. Even now, like there's a thing, those webinars I see, they are the same thing, la 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 la. I can reflect it. I can feel that. I'm making a big fun out of my own videos right here, right now. How realistic am I sounding? I wonder. So having difficulty focusing attention on organizing or completing a task. Yep. Take me ages to complete it. Lack of consistency, abundance of persistency. I'm not consistent. No. I keep switching it. It may look like I'm lazy, or look like I just can't finish the job. All different kinds of interpretations. Or look like I'm too slow. No, I'm just bored. To say so, what you see in this, I painted myself. The whole house I painted myself. What I would do the middle bit, whole lot of it, okay? Considering this double coat, then I'll do the edges. Okay, let's a bit of change, a bit of something a bit edgy, adrenaline, because I have to be very careful. The other end, bottom left, okay, and then I get back. I'll leave it halfway and come back, I'll go to the other wall. Actually, I didn't realize myself this thing until it was mentioned by my wife. Actually, she won't let go of a thing I do. She mentioned, and I like, how is this supposed to be done? How else people do it? And then the psychiatrist said, like, you finished one. Oh my, that's a hell for me to concentrate and finish one thing. I have to keep changing. I'm saying this especially because I've heard there's people's interpretations of things, all kind of interpretation, but it's not what it looks like. That's the irony. It's just the way the system is made. I can't concentrate on one thing. I have to keep changing. It's like vibrance for me, liveliness. I did something which normal people don't do it. I need a shot. It's tea. And I forgot my cup somewhere else. Have trouble completing or turning in homework assignments, often losing things like pencils, toys, assignments needed to complete task or activity. Just struggling to concentrate. Like I said, I still have flashbacks of my academic life, having to struggle to do this, and especially when there was none that time, almost none whatsoever understanding of how things work, and this situation, the way I do things, how all this stuff. So even extra hard. But that was the thing. It wasn't I was doing it on purpose. Now I can say, now I look back and I'm like, what the hell? At times like I look back and like, shall I laugh or cry? Cry because of the pain it makes you go through, and laugh off because of the way those people who happen to be missed by all kind of mistakes in the universe, put in charge of you without realizing how the system works, without respecting and appreciating it. Including like no one at times you're punished for those small things. Oh my, there's a whole lot of sadists out there who take their thing out on you without respecting, without realizing, without knowing that you're not doing that on purpose. I'm not naughty, I'm autistic. I appear not to be listening when spoken to. Multiple reasons. struggling. You tell me things without structure, I'll be struggling. And for me, it's a puzzle. When you tell me things without structure, I need a context, then the body, then the ending. I need a structure. When you tell me, it happens with all the time between me and my wife. I have to ask her 20 questions. I have to take me off. I need a bit of background, a bit of history of what are you on about. So who, she because it, she, they, like who, and there'll be more than one she, there'll be more than one it, there'll be more than one he. So which one? And it won't be easy for me to say this. And now my sister, because I want to. You say something to me, I want to listen to you, but I can't. I'm struggling to listen to you. I'm struggling to understand you. And it will make me irritable, frustrated. I want to listen to you. I'm struggling to listen to you. I don't know how to tell you that I'm struggling. Because you want to understand. I need a structure. I need details. I need context. More like you're telling a story once upon a time. You've got to start with that once upon a time. You just don't start with Hercules. Now I'm saying this because I've been sent videos by some of the people and I've been in touch with them because I told them I can't tell you anything until I see the videos. I need to see the videos. And I saw it and I realized it's like it helps you because that's the way the artistic system works. Everything is a detail. Everything. Voices, tones, voice expression, facial expressions, body language, even your eyes. These all connect to give you a picture. At times I'll be talking to people on the phone without video on. It'll be constant misunderstanding, misinterpretation because I want to be able to see their faces. They have their own whatever the reasons, but it's just a thing. So it will create more confusion. It's just exactly like chatting. Firstly, I can't really asking too many. That's too many. It's frustrating to asking too many questions when the details aren't there, and then you feel funny. It makes you think like they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk about it. They are being inhibitive. They're like trying to interpret, but it's not clear. And la la la. It creates a whole lot more of confusion, misunderstanding. La la la. Then clarifications and understanding. And telling all this is not easy, so you don't respond. Sorry, a bit loud, but it kind of got to me. I saw a video of a kid. You won't respond to the voice. You're like, hey man, and so, or rather not respond. Another mother sent me a video of the child struggling with alphabets and stuff and learning. There were complications there. First day the child wasn't taught in the so to say the local or the language, the mother tongue and this and that. Like that's going to create confusion because it's a bit twisted in the head. It gets confusing. The way of the nature, the name of the game, whatever it is. And plus, I was trying to work out the reason why that child wasn't able to catch up. He went through 5 or 6 or 7 letters, but then he was stuck. Like, wait a second, is he stuttering? Is he stammering? Is he reluctant? There's something holding him? What is it? I gave him a clue that make it visual. So many times I see stuff out there, cartoons and this and that, helping children understand, non-verbal ones understand things. Yes, but for some it may work, some it may not. Cartoons don't help. I see them. They create more confusion in the artistic mind. I saw them, so a few of them myself. I don't get myself what that means. It's creating more confusions. I'm not sure I've given you enough detail by now considering all my experiences so far, and that's the thing, not as much material available yet. Sorry. To be able to study it, what exactly is going on. So to tell you what is going on. Daydream, become easily confused and move slowly. Well, I think I've already mentioned become easily confused. Things are not as clear, as detailed as needed to be. I made quite a few posts where not normally it's humorous jokes. I've made a few posts where there was lack of details and misunderstandings took place. Daydream, lost in thoughts. At times, like I said, now I'm talking. Yeah, I'm thinking of things in my head. Things are running in the back of my head. I'm on the spot. I'm on the go. I'm going on. I'm thinking about things. At times, I'll be just kind of lost with thinking and want to concentrate. And there's so much stuff going on, visuals, videos, and most like stuff, and I'm like, not exactly sure it's daydreaming. Move slowly, still trying to process things, still trying to understand what move to make, what move not to make, how to make, and many things I gotta say. It's kind of funny for me to say. There's a lot of naivety then, not as much now. It's still there. Trying to understand, I'm still learning things. I'm still trying how reality works, so-called reality, how people work, how things work, and this and that. I'm still trying. I've done most of my therapy myself. Life was my therapy. I learned things by looking around, picking up on things. I didn't have them considering my age group. There's nothing there. There's nothing there now. I mean, now, well, in my case, it was adults. There's no help, nothing, no support, therapy and stuff. So I had to do it myself. And with that, I realized a lot of insights I got upon. It's like I'm still catching up on how people think, how people. As an example, one of my triggers. Very often, especially word being used so much, become a trigger anyway. Unfortunately this, unfortunately that, unfortunately there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately that, unfortunately that, unfortunately this, unfortunately that, I'm afraid, unfortunately I'm afraid about it. In my head, I'm not the one, I don't do unfortunately's. I mean, yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Like my trigger. Took me ages of anxiety and frustration. Unfortunately this, unfortunately that, la la la. You don't want to do things, you just don't want to do things. Simple as that. I got my brain works most breaking the impossibles, aka unfortunately's. I don't deal with unfortunately because then unfortunately I shouldn't be paid either. My brain doesn't work that way. I have a very common autistic trait. Doesn't know we try to solve the problem. Go miles and miles and miles for that. We'll solve the problem. We don't do this thing. A huge difference between autistics versus NTs, neurotypicals, or us versus normal people. Huge difference. Does a lot. One of my pet peeves. Only ages after I found out there's not exactly the things that is unfortunately. It's just that people are so used to it. That word takes time for me to catch up on things. Also, it's not just for the sake. It's not that it really is unfortunately. It's because you can't help using that word. Like that, it's a very fortunate situation. So going back, these are the things I have to learn. So maybe that's the thing. That's not moving slowly. I'm moving. Catching up slowly, learning how things work, break down, understand. That's how it works. And need to know the detail, need to understand things. Have difficulty processing information as quickly and as accurately as others. Because I need details. I need structure. Like I said, I need context, body, and ending. Now, that's my situation, just as a clue. I keep discussing with my wife, and I'm like, you people do things at face value. You don't check things. I have a problem. I need to check. Fact check. everything I see around, I have to do my own research. Check, cross-check, man. Absolutely. No offense, but I need to know what you're doing. I need to know it myself. What you do. Firsthand, I need to know. Struggle to follow instructions, again because struggles for instructions aren't clear, aren't in a structure they ought to be. Not just do this, but how to do this. Wait a second, there's this problem, there's that problem. It's like you can't teach someone how to drive without putting them on the driver's seat. They gotta be in the driver's seat to know how to press the race or accelerator or whatever you call it. They need first hand. So you just don't just expect them to follow the instructions. They need to know. Oh, they could press too much of race. Have trouble understanding details or overlooks details. At times I struggle to overlook details. At times I do happen to overlook details. While I did that, it just reminded me of how much body language I still use, aka non-verbal. At times I struggle with my wife. I use body language to help her, tell her what I'm talking, what I need and stuff. Yeah, she gets confused regularly. But I can't, I struggle. But here again, overlooking details because there's too much. Let go. At times I don't get it. And at the same time, it's trouble understanding the detail. Again, I'm improvising a bit. Then I'm going to be talking about the rest in the next video. It's already kind of half an hour. Hope it helps. And a whole lot of improvisation. A whole lot of... because I didn't think it was going to go that way. Because what I'm talking about is like, details and stuff, helping, but hope it helps. Try my best.